4B is for me. If I like it, I'd have 3B instead. So I made a point. All right, made a post, drizzle. Yo, this shit is so funny because, and I was talking to Ed, and he made a great correlation, and it's kind of something I made, but he added to it, which is awesome. A couple posts or a couple videos in the comment sections, I just said 4B equals, MGTOW movement, right? And I'm talking like, 4B as the Western, like, it's a different culture, different, way of looking at it. No kids, no marriage, no dating, no sex, right? Well, let's just take out one of those, the no sex, and call it the 3B movement and take it as men to do. Like, let's do that, because I'm all down for the other stuff, because that's what, most men want until they're ready to actually have kids. If they have any type of control or anything like that over it, they'd rather do 3B. Come on, let's do 3B. Come on, yeah, and then you hear some of the things about, like, hey, let's just cut out, let's not do all of it. Let's ease into it. Let's do a little 3B action. But I listened to a video and they talked about the origins of 3B and how women are not spending a whole bunch of money on clothing, beauty, and all this other stuff. They're just going barefaced and saggy clothes. Now, the saggy clothes, you can still see what's under there for some women, especially in Korea. I mean, there's not much there, I guess. No offense, no body shaming, just, in comparison, anyways, you get it. But even if black women did it, you still gonna see that ass. So, whatever. But we've been asking, it's so funny because, and this is what Ed added to it. He's like, what they don't understand is this is what these men have been wanting. And I said the same thing, because it's like, we've been wanting women that are barefaced, no makeup, no, fresh out the shower, no hair extensions or weave or anything else like that. We just want you as you are. Now, with the 4B movement, these motherfuckers is chopping their hair off, but, I'll fuck a bald-headed bitch. Drizzle. But when you look at, and I'll get to the serious part here, but when you get to the point where you start to look at soft guy era, and you look at some of the other prophecies that have been made, and let me get into it. Some of the prophecies that have been made. BGS said the gender war is over, right? And I'll get back to that one. Second, Ed has talked about, millennials and Generation Z, these men actually being petty. You're a single mom song, soft guy era, all this other shit, and these women just fucking losing it, and now becoming logical and being like, well, man, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it doesn't make any sense. Well, we're still right, because then the emotions kick in. And then my favorite, which is hasn't happened, but it's going to, because of all these 4B movements, probably women laying flat or not bending over, I don't know. You're going to see where there's going to be that civil war that Grinch talked about, that female civil war, because all of these movements are just going to fracture. They're going to just be even more radicalized feminism. They're going to move farther and farther and farther away from the original, the original talking points and overall value and goal for feminism. Sorry, that took me a while to get that out. But it's, you start to see this and you start to think about, if you're a MGTOW red pill purist, so to speak, and you're looking at this stuff and it's like, this is what we've been asking for. And because men have walked away, said all these different things, and said, hey, listen, we should do this, we should not do this, or be MGTOW monk and, not deal with these women. If you even look at Vice President Pence, when he had the Pence rule, where if he's in a room, if he's out with a lady, he has his wife with him, so on and so forth, almost like a bodyguard of some sort. And it's just like, you start to see these little things that are just getting peppered in there, and it's just a spicy dish. And honestly, it's time to eat. All that being said, let's go back to the first prediction or prophecy that BGS put out, which was talking about, the gender war being over. Well, I look at this as just a discussion of terms. You know, what we're seeing with women talking about, hey, listen, you know, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I expect this. And then that's what it sounded like from women came to the table. Now you're seeing men come to the table and they're like, well, I'm not doing this and I expect the same exact thing that you expect because we're both equal. If you get it, I get it. I don't get more of it. I don't get less of it. I get the same amount that you do. So now we're seeing where men are coming to the table and these are just a discussion of terms. Well, women are like, no, fuck that. I'm going to just do 4B. You're not going to get anything. Cool. No problem. There's some women that will be here. There's more of y'all than us. Cool. All right, cool. Now, well, you know, I'm not going to wait for none of y'all. I'll pay for it or I'll go somewhere else. Where you going to go? Well, I'll go somewhere else too. I hope you're ready to buy some dick, bitch. You better trick or get off the pot. Either way, you need to get up from the damn table because we ain't got nothing here for you to eat. No resources, no nothing, no provision, no nothing. Take care of them kids yourself. Oh, I'm gonna just go get some. I'm gonna get an Enrique or a Paco or Esteban from Colombia or something like that. All right, cool. You gonna pay just like we pay. Don't bring them back here. Don't bring them back here. Hey, they gonna treat you. They go. I was watching one of them court cases, a domestic violence case, where this chick, essentially, she's getting brought up on charges and she's in court because she attacked her husband, and her husband is an Indian man, and she said, "Oh, he only married me for my papers." If you look at the woman, you're like, well, kind of no duh, but or I could see that happening, and I'm just laughing at it because it's like she doesn't think she had to pay. You got somebody. One, do not damage the merchandise. Two, if you return, there is a restocking fee, aka you're gonna have to pay the cost for divorce, plus alimony or any splitting of properties and assets and things like that. So you're gonna have to pay. And then you start to hear more and more men come out and talk about, hey, listen, you know, men are the romantics of everything. Imagine you picking somebody that doesn't have, that has a low-paying job or makes less than you, loving them and bringing them to some type of equality, providing for them and their offspring that comes out of them. And doing all of this, even in the face of adversity or issues or other things, and you're doing all of this for excuse me, little and nothing most of the time. Little and nothing. Little and nothing. Just think about that. You're doing all of this for not much of anything, and you're supposed to like it and love it. If that ain't romantic, I don't know what is. Anyways, with that being said, I do got to get back to work. 4B needs to be 3B. You need to take out one of them Bs. That no sex. Nah. I want revisions made to the 4B Constitution. And, you know, I don't... This ain't bricks. If it's bricks, I'm a bricklayer. And this is some type of meeting of the minds of the countries, of the factions. Nah, man, take out one of them B's, man. Come on, y'all know y'all want to fuck. Drizzle. Talk to y'all later. Peace.